Hindi naman kailangan yung red carpet. Okay, okay na lang yung simento. Binili ba niya to? O, binili niyo? Sayang. Merienda lang sana para sa lahat.
Ang red carpet ay tradisyonal na ginagamit upang markahan ang rutang tinatahak ng mga pinuno ng estado sa mga seremonyal at formal na okasyon. At nitong mga nakaraang dekada ay pinalawig na gamitin ng mga VIP at celebrity sa mga formal na kaganapan. Ngunit para sa dating Pangulo, hindi naman niya binabalewala ang paghahanda na isinagawa para sa kanya. Bagkus sa mga ganitong pagkakataon, makikitaan mo ang dating Pangulo na mapagkumbaba. Ang totoo, kahit Pangulo na siya ng Pilipinas, ayaw niya magpatawag ng Pangulo, mayor lang daw ang itawag sa kanya.
Yan ang sabi ni Mayor. Hindi niyo ako tawagin presidente kasi ang bunganga ko pati yung behavior ko, pang mayor lang po. Ayaw kong magpatawag ng presidente. If you want to address me as mayor. Kasi hindi kita mapansin kasi hindi ako sanay. Do not address me presidente. Hindi kita pansinin. Minsan ayaw ko, minsan talagang hindi ko ma-relate na ako yun. So you just call me mayor, intindihan ko na ako yun. I mean no offense to anybody. So beginning from now, zero tolerance for abuses committed by the law enforcement agencies, including the National Bureau of Investigation. Do not taint yourself in the company of known criminals and criminal syndicates. You will be sorry. There will be a major revamp. I will have an electronic thing there in the office to track your record. And I would know, at alam ko ngayon, kung sino yung mga generals who are tainted with corruption and drugs. And you know that, I know, we all know, you better resign. You have no more future in the police. Joke with anybody else, but not me. Do your duty, I will die for you. Do your duty, and if in the process you kill 1,000 persons because you were doing your duty, and I will protect you. And if they will try to impeach me, I will hurry up the process and we go out of the service together. Dodoblihin ko yung sweldo niya. Double your salary. Let me tell you now, I will not run this country with a corrupt police. Do not do it. Ever again. Ever again. Kayong mga, the younger ones, never mind about retiring. For the next 6 years, build a track record of performance that is good. Because I will plot your history, your personal history. Yung nakakaso kayo na may mga kidnapping, I will review your, and I will like to talk to you in Malacanang, dalawa lang tayo. Sabihin mo sa akin kung anong gusto. My job is to bring peace. My job is to talk to the enemies of the state, to the Communist Party of the Philippines, to the MILF, and to the men, and see if I could make a difference in our lives. It is not a war to be fought forever. We cannot fight forever. We might have the weapons, the armaments, and the bullets, but the mortars. But that does not make a nation. My job is to bring peace. But hand in hand, I must also bring order in my country. Magbilang kayo ng oras. Ayaw ko ng araw. The drugs must be suppressed. It cannot be eliminated. For as long as the greed for money is there,
Please tell us in a capsule, Mayor, what is your leadership philosophy and where did this philosophy or the Duterte brand of leadership spring from?
Well, ako, this is not, I would go into, intrude into, sabi nagpapayabang ako. But, you know, my father was governor of this, I said, Davao City, was just one Davao. Laki kasi ako, natingnan ko kung ano yung paano diskarte. And I improve on it. But I remember my father saying, of course, he died so many years ago. As a matter of fact, wala na siya nung na-mayor ako. About 20 years dead, or 30 years. 30 years after na ano. Sabi kasi niya, alam mo, politiko ka, you have to love people. Now, nung na-mayor ako, alam ko na because at any time of the day or night, you're called upon to go to this, fix this trouble. Sa gabi, may magpunta dyan because they want their patay that attended to immediately, ganon. So these are the things that you have to do. But you have to love the people. Kasi pag hindi mo talaga mahal ang tao, it's impossible to do it. Mapupundi ka eh. Ay, nakita ko sa tatay ko, pag may, kita si Davao, pag may sunog, tapos magre-ring yung radyo, sabihin, sir, may sunog dyan sa ano, then you have to go. Because you have to show to the people that you are concerned and you're worried about their fate. From anong nangyari sa kanila. Then you have to see to it that there are blankets, mosquito nets, and food delivered, and they are relocated or brought to a place where they can spend the night or the remaining few days ahead in a place where yung mga ganon.
Huwag ninyong masyadong pahirapan talaga ang Pilipino. Otherwise, ako, hindi na ako makatakbo. At mayroon silang sinasabi na hindi ko matapos ang 6 years. Yung iba sabi nila, makudita ako. Yung sabi iba mga taga-Amerika, lahat ng Pilipino sa Amerika magpunta doon sa Manila kasi, sige, mag-uwi ang lahat ng Pilipino. Bagsak tayo doon sa ilalim ng Manila Bay. Tignan mo. Sa hangin nila, mga hangin ito, they think that they can change. Who are you to change the choice of the people? But pero ako, sabi ko nga, huwag niyo akong takutin. Because I became president, ay almost a miracle to me. At least sabi ninyo, ay pera yan, terorismo. Well, you're entitled to your own opinion. But you guys, you were living witnesses to what transpired during the last election. That's destiny. So if God wants me to be there only 2 years, He will find the reason to oust me. Either He will kill me, babagsak ako, o ang military magsabi sila, ayaw na namin. Ay, di sige. So, what does that mean to me? That is part of my destiny. Huwag ninyong akong takutin kasi para sa akin, bigay ng Diyos. Yan ang buhay ko, pati yung trabaho. Ngayon, anytime kunin niya sa akin yan, then that is the part of the history of my presidency. So, forget about yung auster-auster. Ganon ang istorya niya. Hindi ninyo ako naintindihan. Kasi hindi niyo sinusunod ang utak ko kasi hindi niyo ako kilala. That's the problem. Hindi ako kilala ng mga elitista, mga oligarchs. Hindi naman ako kilala ng mga politiko. Do not threaten me. Mag-usap. Gaganda ang buhay. In the fullness of God's time, gaganda. By the grace of Allah. Assalamualaikum. Aking mga kapatid. Gaganda yan. Sigurado ako. Palakbay. On the clamor of our citizens for timely issuance of Philippine passports, the government shall work towards amendment of the 1996 passport law to lengthen the validity of the passports from the current 5 years to 10 years. Total, kayo naman ang magagawa ng batas. You're the ones who will pass the law. Even if you make it good for 30 years, okay ako. Bahala ka. Basta stretch a little bit because 5 years is just really simply on a regular basis. Matagal pa naman itong passport. Mag-apply ako ng mga 10 days. Alam mo, I'd like to call the attention of Secretary Yasay. If you go to Davao, look back doon look at the back, likod ng itong mall. Malaki mo doon. Sige, pangalanan lang natin, SM. Doon, yung mga tao, nandyan sa pavement, natutulog. For the many times na daan ako na walang ulan, doon yan sila. Because first come, first serve. And the only outlet there, the outlet of your department is yung sa SM. So yung mga maawa ko dito sa side sa Cotabato, lahat ng Cotabato doon sa Davao. Karamihan niya walang mga bahay. If you're applicant in Davao City, fine. But yun, kung walang mahirap kasi, ang karamihan dyan mga mura, naghihiga lang dyan sa pavement. Nasasaktan talaga. Masakit. Buong gabi magtayo hanggang magbukas yung SM kasi first come, first serve. Kasabi ko, well, that is addressing to all of the cabinet members. Make use of the computer. I do not want to see people lining up under the heat of the sun. I do not want people lining up under the rain. Mga grado.
Yes.
Here are with
Lakas.
PDP. Is there going to be a coalition between PDDS, or PDP with Lakas CMD?
No.
No?
No, I cannot. Because nandyan si Marcos. Hindi ako believe na he's really a weak leader. Kaya ako sabi ko, totoo yan, hindi ako naninira ng tao. Talagang weak. Kasi spoiled child, only son. Of course, he can talk. He delivers English articulate. Pero ang-aral kasi kung saan-saan sa labas. Pero kasabihin mo may crisis, gano'n. He's a weak leader. At saka may bagahe siya. Ito si Bong, naghahanap ako ng tao na honest at trabahante talaga. Maano ninyo yan, trabahante talaga. Yung kalaban niya ngayon, dalawa na lang yan sila sa political horizon. Yun, nagtataka rin ako kung bakit na suddenly naging fascinated ang tao. Ako hindi lang ako, I cannot mention his name kasi wala man ako doon. But as a mayor, alam ko na yung mga mayaman sa Davao, pati yan siya humihirit ng cocaine. Cocaine lang naman. Wala akong sinabing siya. Cocaine.
Remain loyal to the Constitution. Salute the flag. Never mind if do not salute me. We are all workers of government. It behoves upon you, it is your duty to protect the next generation. Huwag ninyong hayaan. Alam mo, if it would outlast me, wala malaman natin, sasakay ako ng mabaril ako, whatever, maraming galit. Promise me now, wala akong hihindi nyo. Do not compromise the next generation. It is a very serious problem of our country. Do not be afraid to do your duty. Huwag kayong matakot. Yan lang ang hihingi ko sa inyo. As your commander-in-chief, I am not asking you for anything. I'm just asking you to be conscious na may next generation, yung mga anak ninyo